Hey guys, today I would like to be sharing with you guys on one of the topic about CTOS and CCRIS report. Recently, I've gotten quite a number of requests from my clients to do this topic and to share about the main differences between CTOS and CCRIS, and also how do we evaluate our own credit information based on this report. Okay, so first thing first, we need to understand what does your CTOS and your CCRIS report mean to you and why is it so important. Okay, basically these are the two reports that holds information about yourself and it reflects your credit worthiness, right? And why is it so important? Because it is very important, especially when you're applying for credit facilities or if you're loaning from a bank, for example, your housing loan, right? How does the bank evaluate and determine whether to approve or reject your loan? It's based on certain information and certain evaluation process. And one of the main information that they look into is your CTOS and your CCRIS information. Okay, so what are the main differences between these two reports? Now let's start off with CTOS report. Now, CTOS report is actually a licensed credit reporting agency that is governed under Ministry of Finance, right? What they do is they capture public information from public sources like National Registration Department, NRD, that captures your IC, your name and address. And then they also got information from SSN, which means company and business information are reflected. So one of the example, if you are a business owner or if you are a company director or shareholder, it will be reflected under the CTOS report. And the third one is from the Bankruptcy Department, which is Malaysia Department of Insolvency. So if you are involved in bankruptcy cases, it will also be reflected. The other part is in terms of legal cases. So some of the legal notices that are being published on public sources like newspaper under the classified section, it will be captured under CTOS and it will be reflected. And all these legal cases are debts related, which means that you are in a certain debt, right? And your creditor decided to take legal action. If that's the case and it's published, then it will be reflected. So all of this information tells you, tells the bank a part of your credit worthiness. Now, definitely, of course, if you're involved in legal notices or bankruptcy cases, it is unlikely that you will get your loan approved, right? And on the other hand, it is CCRIS information. Now, CCRIS stands for Central Credit Reference Information System, and it is governed under the Central Bank, Bank Negara Malaysia. And the type of information that they capture are the compilation of information submitted by all the banks, all the financial institutions. So in a snapshot, the CCRIS report will tell you the different types of credit facilities that you have with different banks, your credit card, your housing loan, your car loan or personal loan, business loan. It's all recorded and reflected there. The total amount, the total outstanding, and also there's another section under the CCRIS report which is very important. It shows you the 12 months window on your payment behavior. So whether you pay promptly, you don't pay at all, or you always pay late, alright, it will also be reflected. So it is very important for us to make sure that all this information are accurate. Now, if it's not a very good information like too much of a bad payment behavior, then maybe it's time to beautify your report by improving your payment behavior moving forward. Okay, so that is the both differences. Okay, one, a credit reporting agency governed under Ministry of Finance. The other one is CCRIS, governed under Bank Negara Malaysia. But both of this information will be used to be the main evaluation process, okay, from the bank. Okay, next I would like to share with you in detailed manner how do you read your CTOS and CCRIS report. Now, there are a few ways to get your CTOS and CCRIS report. You can either walk into CTOS and CCRIS to get the report separately, or you can do online to get it separately, or you can actually just download CTOS app and look for CTOS Full Score Report. And through that report, you can actually see CTOS report, CCRIS information as well, and also on your scoring. Now this scoring is like a snapshot on your credit worthiness. It's a 3-digit number. So that is also an indication of where you stand in terms of your credit worthiness, and banks also look at that. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so right now I'm going to talk about the entire CTOS report together with the CCRIS information. So the name of the report is called the CTOS Score Report, and generally this entire report is divided into 5 sections, and the one that you are looking at now is the first page, which means that if you are generating this report by yourself through the app, you will be getting a report that looks like that on the first page. So this is section A. Now basically on section A, what you can see is a snapshot of information, a summary, right? And as you can see here, there is ID verification where your name, your IC, and then date of birth, nationality, and address will be reflected here. And then the second part is credit info at a glance. So through this box, you can immediately know if you have any records under each of the section, right? And then the next one is top 5 directorship and business interests. So this part here gives you a summary of the record that is pulled through SSM, right? And on the right hand side, you have got the CTOS score report. This is a snapshot score that indicates or reflects your credit worthiness. Okay, so it is a 3-digit number ranging from 300 to 850. So there are few main factors that will affect your score, and this is the first thing that usually the banks and the financial look at as a snapshot. Okay, so some of the reasons that will affect your credit scoring is your payment behavior and your CTOS record. So that means CTOS and CCRIS information will be the big portion of this digit. And then other things are like your credit application, your total outstanding. Those are also part of the factor. All right. Now, section B here will tells you the directorship and business interests. So what you need to do here is to double check and confirm if the information is correct, because this part is pulled from the SSM. So if you're a business owner or a director or the shareholder of a company, it will be reflected here. Okay, some of the basic company information will also be reflected here. Okay, and then of course the section C will be the CCRIS information, which is pulled from Bank Negara Malaysia Central Bank. Okay, so this part, the initial part, you'll be able to see the summary of all the outstanding and the total limit that you have. Okay, and also immediately you'll be able to see if there's any legal action taken on yourself, or if there is any special attention account listed under your name. So what is special attention account? Let me just describe to you later on. So this is just a snapshot, and this is the detailed report that most financial institutions will pay attention to. Now, the entire table here shows you many information, but the main information here will be in terms of your type of facilities, the number of facilities, outstanding credit, okay, and all these remarks here actually represent a type of credit facilities. Like this one represent credit card, and then we have the housing loan and overdraft, right? Total outstanding balance. And then one of it is the most important, which is the conduct of account for the last 12 months, which indicates for the past 12 months for this particular credit facility, what is your payment behavior like? Okay, so if you're paying promptly every single month, you will be getting all 0, right? If you are paying if you pay late for that particular month, you will be able to see number 1, the digit 1, right? Or if you have not been paying, then the number will grow. Then each column you'll be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So ideally you want to make sure in this report you have got all 0, and if you see that you have settled that record and yet it is still reflected number 1 or number 2 or other digits, then you will have to check with Bank Negara. Okay. And the other part that you have to take note is special attention account and credit application. Now, special attention account are usually for credit facilities that are non-performing loan or under AKBK, or it has been so long that the bank are unable to collect back the amount, right? So they actually categorize it under special attention account, which means that if we have information under here, then it may not be it is not a good sign, because it's like a red flag to the bank. Okay. And then you see that credit application here. Now the number of credit application and also the type of credit application will be written here. For example, if in a short period of time I'm applying many credit cards or many housing loan, all of this will be reflected in credit application. Again, too many credit application in a short period of time, it may not be good as well, because you will be seen as hungry for credit. Okay, so this is CCRIS information. And then we have going to the section D, which is litigation record, legal cases. If there is any bankruptcy cases or legal notices, these are all reflected here. Section E will be trade reference, in which this one is actually information, business experience shared about you. One example will be, the telco companies like DG, Nexus. If you didn't pay, they may list you under section E. Okay. Other example will be like TNB and so on. Okay. So under section D, if you take note here, there's D1 and D2. D1 is when you are behaving as a defendant. Defendant means you are the party that are being sued. One example, someone that is not paying for a business transaction, and the creditor decided to take legal action, right, and sue the person. So this person will be called as the defendant. So if there is any cases here, it is not a good remark as well, because it means that you are in debt. Okay. D2 is when legal cases where you are acting as a plaintiff. Plaintiff means you are suing other people, meaning that people are owing you money and you have decided to take legal action and take it to the court, right? So this is being published, and it will be reflected here. So that's the difference. But generally, section D is on legal cases. Alright, one example of the legal cases, like bankruptcy notice. So this is how it looks like. Okay, you have got the name, who actually take legal action, which is the plaintiff, the notice date, and so on, the lawyer details, and so on. And notice is part of the bankruptcy procedure. So we've got notice, petition, and order. Order means it is confirmed a bankrupt individual, right? So section E example will look like that. There are information on the outstanding details and a name, and if you see number 7 here, it shows referee's information. Now this is the person who listed it. One example will be, let's say you have old Nexus, and Nexus listed you in this platform, section E. So the referee here will be Nexus. Okay, so what you need to do is to call up Nexus and clear up the debt, and immediately they can pull this information down. But if your information is in section D, legal cases, then you will have to settle these legal cases and update it. Now, according to the law, this information has to be reflected for at least for another 2 years. Okay, for reference to the banking financial institution and the bank. Okay, so that's it. This is basically the five section of CTOS report plus CCRIS information. Okay, so that is all for today's sharing, and hope this video clip helps. Make sure that before you apply any credit facility, especially your housing loan, one thing that you can do is pull out your CTOS score report to look at the information that credit reporting agency and Bank Negara has on you. Try to make sure that it is all accurate, and and then you may submit documents for your loan. All right. Okay. Then that's all for today, and thank you so much. Goodbye.